Hi there, it's Mike from drumhead.com and welcome to another bite-sized lesson. Okay, today we are going to look at the most basic groove that you could do, and this is really aimed at the people who have just sat down, maybe just got a kit for Christmas or for the birthday, and they want to know how to start out and how to play a drum beat basically. So as you'll have noticed, the title of this is if you can count to 4 you can play the drums. Okay, and that's what we're going to do. So all you need to be able to do is count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you don't need to know why we're doing that at all. You just need to be able to count to 4, which makes it genius because it's so simple. Okay, on lessons further down the line we'll talk about note lengths and all this sort of gubbins, but now we don't need to even think about that. We are just literally talking about 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so how does it work? As I say, 1, 2, 3, 4 repeated. So what we're going to do is we're going to have our right hand, and that's going to be going on this. Now this is called a hi-hat. Again, if you've just sat down, you might not know the names of the different parts of the drum kit. So I apologise to people who are a lot further down the line, but this isn't really aimed at them. This is just you guys just starting out. So we've got the hi-hat here. Right and left hands, obviously. What we tend to do is we cross over. So the right hand will go above the left hand, and the right hand is going to play the hi-hat. The left hand is going to come down on this fella here, which is the snare drum. Okay? And that's got the sort of that more buzzy snare sound. So we've got right hand over there, we've got left hand here, and then we've got this big fella down here, which is your bass drum. Okay, and that's for the wallop. There you go, there's the wallop. So that's the bottom end. So we've got the 3 elements. We've got our right hand on the hi-hat, we've got our left hand on the snare drum, and we've got our right foot pushing down the bass drum pedal onto the bass drum or kick drum, sometimes known as. And the simple thing we're going to do is with the right hand we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. So it just keeps going. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then our left hand is going to come down on the snare. The left hand is going to come down on number 3. Okay, so like this. And when it comes down on 3, this doesn't stop. Remember, this keeps going. That's one thing a lot of people when they're starting out, they'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, nothing wrong with that, but in this basic beat we're just going to keep that going. So when we get to the 3, these two are going to come down together like that. So what you get is this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Hi-hat keeps going, snare drum on the 3. Then we want to introduce the bass drum. Now this is going to go on number 1. Okay? So with just the hi-hat and the bass drum, and this is on the 1. Again, when you're playing the bass drum, you're playing the hi-hat as well. They're coming down together. So it'll be like this. I'll start with the hi-hat, then I'll bring the bass drum in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now we need to put it all together. So this is how it's going to sound. So we're going to have the snare drum, remember this one, coming under, mumbling a bit, coming under number 3, and the bass drum is under number 1. I'll start with the hi-hat, then I'll bring the bass drum in, then I'll bring the snare drum in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. That is your first beat. Now obviously that's played really slowly. When you speed it up it kind of makes a bit more sense. gets a bit more groove about it. So I'll speed it up gradually and you'll see what I mean. Okay, slowly to start with. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then if we wanted, we could take our right hand over onto the ride cymbal, this one here, so you've got more of a ping, more of an open sound. Same thing, just moving the hand over there. Yeah, and if you like to move between the two, because that's what you do in songs a lot of the time, you might have the hi-hat for the verse and, I don't know, the ride for the chorus, something to sort of make it sort of sing more into the chorus and bring it up. So you might move between the two. What I'll do is I'll count to 4 on the hi-hat, and then I'll count to 4 on the ride. Yeah, so it's a good idea just to move between the two. Maybe play a few more times on the hi-hat before you move over to the ride, and a few more times on there. Okay, if you want to develop this slightly, we can just add extra beats to it. Say if we put the bass drum on the 1 and the 2, then you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and if I speed that up a bit, again, when I speed this up and play it, it's probably a beat that's been on hundreds of #1 songs. Just because it's simple doesn't mean it isn't usable. Okay, remember that. And once you hear this and how it comes together, you'll listen to tracks and think, oh, right, okay, that's on there. So simple, you know, doesn't mean it isn't used professionally and hasn't been on loads of different records. I'll speed it up a bit. Again, start slowly and bring it up to tempo. Okay, and then you could add an extra snare drum in on the 4 maybe. So same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just about adding extra bits. And as we progress these lessons, you'll see how we develop the groove by basically adding bits and kind of subdividing it more. So that's it. That's an idea of your first drum beat. Again, if you can count to 4 and repeat that, then you will be able to do this. As we say, take it slowly and gradually build it up. And if you like what you're seeing, please do like and subscribe. Okay, that's it for now. I'll see you on the next lesson. Take care, stay safe, see you later.